And we are live. Welcome to the channel, people. Chosen Wisdom Football. Hope you've had a good Christmas period. I hope you've had good food. And you're nice and fat like turkeys. Because that's how I feel today. But today is the day that Man United will be tested again. We are literally a minute from kickoff. And Newcastle at home is the game, guys. It's the game. Sound check complete. I'm live. I'm well. I hope you guys are doing good. Thank you for joining. Let's do this, man. We get Zirkzee and we've got hojlund and Ahmad in the front three today with, I think, Dalot, Mazraoui, Dalot, Martinez and Maguire defense. We're starting with the fullbacks as wingbacks. And I've said this many times on this channel, guys. The minute the manager moved Ahmad from the wing back position, and we now play defenders as wing backs rather than wingers as wing backs. We've not scored a goal. Since we've gone very defensively, we've conceded more goals than ever, and we're not scoring goals. So me personally, I need the manager to start playing. Kick off, guys. The match has kicked off. I need the manager to start playing wingers at wing back, or at least attacking players. Because Dalot and Mazraoui, as technical as Mazraoui is, he's not a wing back. He's not a wing back. So we'll see. We'll see. If I'm being honest, guys, I'm expecting a Manchester United loss. And I know it's not common. It's not cool to say that I'm expecting, especially as a Man United fan, I'm expecting a Man United loss. I've got to be real with you guys. Based on the fact we lost 3-0 at home against Bournemouth. Is it Bournemouth? We've been losing game after game after game. I do not think we're going to win this game. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I am wrong, guys. Newcastle almost in here. All right. Yeah, I really hope I'm wrong, but yeah, I'm not expecting. I'm just hoping that we win today. It's a hope rather than an expectation. I have no idea what I'm going to see. The manager's first 2-3 games, I mean, I can see the pattern. I can see the structure. I can see how robust we are. We do make a lot of tackles now. We do make a lot of challenges, and I can see the structure. The issue is now we don't have quality in the attacking third. I think that's the next thing. Our strikers, hojlund, he gets bullied off the ball. Let's go. Let's go. Nice press. Good. Martinez on the ball. And also, guys, I'm really happy that the manager has finally... I mean, I really wanted a CASEMIRO and ugarte double pivot. And we haven't seen that under this new manager yet. And I really think that's what the new manager needs to do. But at the moment, we've got Eriksen and CASEMIRO playing. So we'll see. Zirkzee. Unlucky. Zirkzee just needs to stop. Zirkzee just needs to don't rush it, because Zirkzee's strength, right, is to link the play. So, you know, when there's one of them ones where I'm not going to judge you fully, yeah, if that thing I'm judging you on is not your strength. But if your strength is to link the play, I want you to control the ball. I want you to bring the ball under control with your first touch. I'm looking for a Martial type first touch. That's what I want to see from Zirkzee, at least. We're not pressing. We're standing off, which must be an instruction from the manager. Right now, Newcastle, as I expect, have settled better. And 1-0 Easy. Easy, easy. So the first goal has been scored. It's very simple cross into the box. And a very, very, very simple header. 3 minutes gone, 4 minutes gone, and yeah, 1-0 Newcastle. Nobody was marking him. Nobody picked him up. He was there. It's such a basic goal to concede. Just a cross. Look at this. And the thing is, I know Gary Neville right now is talking about legs and having the legs. This is not nothing to do with legs. This wasn't a counter attack. We weren't under pressure. He just managed to flip in, get into the box, totally unmarked. Harry Maguire, nowhere near him. This is literally the easiest goal, the most basic, simple goal, yeah, I have seen. Like, this is crazy. He's onside, man. He's onside. Yeah, he's onside. Who's marking him? I don't understand. Isak is in between Maguire and Lissandro. This is what I don't understand. I think the fact is, we've got 3 defenders. We've got a back 5. And this is the point I'm trying to make, guys. We play with more defenders, yeah, and more defensive players than any other team in the league. This manager thinks to play defensive, just play more defensive players. We've got 3 centre-backs. 3 centre-backs, yeah, and still he's getting a free header. Even with 3 centre-backs. 5 defenders on the pitch, yeah, and at home we're still conceding easy goals. Like, thing is, yeah, Maguire can't see him. Maguire can't see him, wherever. He's behind Maguire. But he's in front of Martinez. Like, put some pressure on him. It's just like, this is so bad. But, like I said, it's hope. I was only hoping that Man United won the match. I was hoping. I already said I'm expecting a 3-0 Newcastle win. That is what I'm expecting. So, and also, if the manager keeps playing Martinez, because once again, I'm not saying this is fully Martinez's fault, but a better defender than Martinez is putting Isak under a bit of pressure. It's doing something. And we concede a lot of goals because of Martinez. A lot. And he's the only one he keeps retaining his place. He retains his place over and over again in that left centre-back position. So 7 minutes gone, guys. It's going to be a very, very long night. We're not going to see a lot of good football. We're going to see some of the worst football from these guys. And we're going to keep conceding more goals. We're going to keep conceding more goals. So, strap in, people. I know there's no comments at the moment, but if you're passing through, drop a comment, please. I don't know. How much will Newcastle beat us by? Hmm? 3 goals or 4? I don't know. Yeah, this team's got no confidence as well. Yeah, this match is going to be terrible. There's no intensity. That's better. Nice. Let's play some football, man. Let's move. Oh, wow. This is bad. Yeah, it's gonna be very hard. The problem is I have, right? I love football. I love watching football. It's very difficult for me to sit here and watch Man United play. Like, I'm a Man United fan. All my life I've been a Man United fan. But it's very difficult for me to sit and watch this. Like, wow. Wow. There we go. Is it gonna be two? Ahmad almost took it out for a corner, you know. Even Ahmad's doing some booky stuff as well. When your team is suffering from a lack of confidence, yeah, it's hard to get it back. It's hard. Like, you almost need to wait, yeah. You gotta win a match and win a match well. Like, yeah. The problem the more and more I watch that go back, the more and more I'm thinking, how many times as Man United fans do we need to keep Lissandro, keep seeing Martinez out getting out jumped, outrun, make mistakes, and he gets picked every game. Every game. Unlucky. The way that this guy just went past um Mazraoui, the way that Gordon just jinxed past Mazraoui so easily. Oh, nice. Nice. Gordon skinned Mazraoui. And from when Mazraoui's now looking kind of funny. Like Mazraoui's looking Mazraoui, you know, the manager loves to big up Mazraoui. The manager loves Mazraoui. Oh, unlucky Zirkzee. Yeah. Well done, Newcastle. Newcastle played out really well there. The games, I mean, this is Old Trafford, and the Old Trafford pitch is huge. There's a lot of space, man. And I keep saying, guys, this Mazraoui and Dalot wingback thing is not, it's not working, guys. We need to stop seeing Mazraoui and Dalot as our wingbacks. They offer us nothing as wingbacks. Mazraoui probably a bit more than Dalot because he's technically, oh, wow, very easy. Wow. Look how easily that player just walked through us, Isak. Yeah, Newcastle just playing football. They're playing with so much confidence. Look at how Newcastle are playing. Just bopping the ball. Loads of belief. Casemiro. We don't look like footballers at all. We don't look like footballers. This looks even worse. We look like a bunch of people trying to play football. We can't string three. Look at Newcastle. This is at Old Trafford. Look how they're just passing the ball between each other. We're not pressing. We're letting them have the ball. When we have the ball at the back, they're pressing us. They're always pressing us. But when they have the ball, I just don't understand what I'm seeing. I just don't get it. Just don't get it, guys. There we go. It's so easy for Newcastle. Look how the Newcastle playing. Just touching, and we're just not. I can't. I told you, I can never see them. Doesn't matter. Ah, these guys are playing like all right, let me see some comments from you lot. How long will the storm last? Listen, this storm is going to be going on forever. These players here look completely lost. And I don't understand, because the system shouldn't change. Like, still play your game. I just don't understand why these players can't just play. These guys are bad. Anyway, this is giving me flashbacks from how terrible Arsenal were in those first years under Arteta when we were still building. I don't know if Arteta and Arsenal were as bad as this. The saddest thing about the situation with Man United, yeah, is this. This is supposed to be our rebuild. Under the last 2-3 years, yeah, we've spent £600 million. So the likes of hojlund, Zirkzee, all the players we bought in, this is supposed to be us rebuilding. However, it looks like we need to get rid of all of these players, which means our rebuild needs to start all over again. That's crazy to me. This is the worst, yeah, I've seen us play, yeah, under this manager. The last game, yeah, against Bournemouth, it was 0-0 until Bruno got sent off. It was 0-0 until Bruno got sent off. Like, we've got decent players out there. I know our players aren't good enough, and I just spoke about how we need to get rid of all of them. But, like, these players are still not that bad. These guys are just not good, man. They can't implement the system. Like, I always say this. These losses and all of this struggle, yeah, only means anything, yeah? Only means anything if Ineos back this manager financially and get him his players. If this manager doesn't get the players that he needs for this system, then all of this storm, all of this stress, all of this crap that we have to put up with is going to be for nothing. Because he's going to be giving all these dead profile players that can't fit his system, and we won't progress. So I'm only ready to put up with all of this being 15th, being 14th. I'm only really prepared to put up with all of this if I know, yeah, that these guys are going to back this manager. Otherwise, this is for nothing. Anyway, yo, Mo, big up yourself, bro. Big up yourself, as usual, man. Appreciate you joining the chat or jumping in every now and again when you do, man. I appreciate that, man. And yeah, this, oh my gosh, Isak is through. Oh my, what's Isak doing? What was that? He was through and goal and just gave the ball to Onana. Wow, we were lucky there. We were lucky. Wow, Martinez was nowhere near him. Martinez is having a poor. Why is no one talking about that? Is, yeah, Martinez can see Isak. Martinez can see Isak. And I know Isak didn't score. But the point is, a lot of our mistakes is coming from Martinez. Oh my lord. Nobody said man onto him. Ahmad's not having a good time. Since Ahmad's gone to number 10, guys, I think we need to have a conversation about I know it's not just him, his fault, but we need to have a conversation about the fact that Ahmad's had no impact on the game, yeah? Ahmad's had no impact on the game playing in the number 10 role. None. Since he's gone to that role, we haven't noticed him. In the three games Ahmad's played as number 10, whether it's his fault or not, whether it's people not finding him and not getting him the ball, he's had zero impact on these games. And I've spoken about this. I'm almost thinking, do you know what? The wing backs get so much space, yeah, in the Amorim system. And the wing backs get more space than the number 10s do. So it's almost better for Ahmad to play the wing back role, yeah. Almost best for him to play the wing back role. 2-0. It's a cross from Newcastle and another headed goal. 2-0 to Newcastle. And once again, guys, who do you think it was? Who do you think is responsible for the goal? Who was marking the defender? Martinez. And Martinez is the captain as well. So this goal is exactly the same. We conceded the exact same goal, literally in the space of 10 minutes. A cross in the box, an attacking player, a Newcastle player, attacking the space that Martinez occupies and then scoring a simple header. I think this manager is going to go. Unless something changes dramatically or drastically in the next month and a half, this manager is going to go. There's nothing else. Like, I knew we were going to lose this game. I did say we were going to lose 3-0. But unless this manager does something drastically in the next few games, what do you do? Because thing is, there's nothing he can change. Like, we're getting worse. We are actually getting worse. And he can't buy players. I mean, he's probably not going to be giving players in January. So this is what we're seeing in the last 3 games is it. This is it. This is the baseline now. This is the... I always got to think of what is the baseline performance. This is the baseline performance now. And now that we've all settled in, the honeymoon period is done. It's been 2 months now. We've all settled in. This is it. This is the best we can do with the players that we have. So I'm so surprised that the manager is still playing Martinez. Like, are we the only people that can see that about 70% of the goals that we've conceded, yes, some of them have been the goalkeeper's fault, but they've been individual errors. And I reckon about 60% have been on Martinez's side. And we can all see it. We can all see it game after game. Martinez being out-jumped. Martinez being outpaced. Martinez doing a little flick. Remember that flick he did? Setting up was it Bournemouth? Martinez. And every game he plays. And today he's fucking captain. Now he's actually getting me mad. The more I think about it, it's fucking getting me mad. It's actually pissing me off. It's pissing me off. Because there's no reason for it. Play Dalot or left centre back if you have to. My gosh. The bumper clout, man. On to this. This is that thing. This manager, has got some explaining to do. I've tried, to not to... Like, let me see what Ohan's saying. Ohan, welcome to the chat, Ohan. Sorry, I'm just I'm just angry. Man United looks like a championship team. We are a championship team. We are a championship team. There's no effort. There's no aggression. Look at us. No creativity. I've not seen us play this badly. This is appalling. These guys don't know what to do. These guys are professionals getting paid 200 grand, 150 grand, and these guys are playing football and they don't know what to do. Look, Ahmad's now had to drift off wide and be a proper winger to get the ball because these guys are not finding him. Anyway, Mo. What are you saying, Mo? They're not even really celebrating. Ha! Bro, it's true. Do you know that's probably why it's getting me angry. The reason why it's getting me angry, just like Mo said, these Newcastle guys, are scoring goals, and they're not celebrating. It's like they feel sorry for us. They're scoring goals, and they're confused. They're scoring goals and they're confused. They're like, hold on a second. They're like, hold on a second. Why have I just scored this easy header? Like, Joe Linton's got up, after he scored, and Joe Linton is like, oh man, Isak and all these men are like, huh? Isak scored a header. Isak is like, I don't understand why. He didn't even celebrate. I was confused. I'm not gonna lie, as a fan of football, you don't want anyone to have sympathy. That's the worst. Like, if you're gonna beat me, just score the goal and celebrate. Don't score, and be like, oh shit, man, these guys. Because don't do it. Oh my gosh. Listen, you gotta laugh, man. If you don't laugh, yeah. Listen, I gotta laugh for the rest of this game. The rest of this game, I'm gonna have fun. Because if I don't have fun, I'm just gonna be vexed. Like, I'm supposed to be analysing the game and analysing the shape, analysing the passing, the space. I don't even feel like doing any of that. That's bare work right now. Why am I doing all that work, all that analysis when this? Look at this. Look at Dalot. The way, yeah, that Newcastle just now, yeah, closed down Ligt, yeah, harassed. I'm thinking, where are our attackers? Where are our players closing down their players? What happened to the pressing? One thing I've said, yeah, we've allowed Newcastle to have the ball at the back and pass the ball out from the back. This team, yeah, this Man United team, the first 3 or 4 games, the manager was on this pressing thing. Ahmad was a pressing demon. We scored goals. The goal against Ipswich, the first few goals we scored under this manager was because we were pressing and we won the ball high. It wasn't because we carved the team open. And now, we're not pressing at all. At all. We're allowing Newcastle to have the ball. But when we have the ball, Newcastle are pressing us. How does that make sense? We've had 0 shots on target. And 0 shots. 25 minutes, guys. We've had 0 shots. 25 minutes at Old Trafford, we've had no shots on goal, bro. We don't have any striker, not Zirkzee or Hojlund, that is a threat to anybody in anyone's life, bro. Like, these strikers couldn't do anything to a kitten. I'm telling you, neither of our strikers, and Zirkzee's supposed to be a striker that holds the ball up and brings others into play. He's not doing that. Hojlund can't do anything. If Hojlund does not score a goal, Hojlund contributes nothing. His footballing ability is almost 0. If Hojlund does not score, he's not holding the ball up. He's not bringing others into play. He's not running the channels. He doesn't give us nothing. Our strikers give us nothing. I will sell both of them tomorrow. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not even getting no vex, man. I'm not even trying to. I'm not going to get vexed, man. There's no point. There's no point, man. There's no point, man. I'm just going to relax myself and not give myself a headache, bro. What's the point? It's only football, man. Flipping it. Anyway, what are you guys saying? What's the chat saying? There's no passing, no space, certainly no. There's nothing, Mo. Like, this is painful, man. Like, I went underestimate Newcastle. Like, I can't be a hypocrite, yeah? I can't be a hypocrite and say at the beginning of this stream that I expect us, Newcastle to beat us 3-0, while at the same time getting vexed. I guess it's the fact that the goals that they've scored, yeah, were basic. They were simple goals, man. Like, if you're going to beat us 3-0, and yes, my prediction was 3-0 Newcastle, but score proper goals. Don't just kick the ball in the box. Don't just kick the ball. Don't just deliver this at any cross into the box and score the most basic goals. Like, what's Mo saying? Nothing for you to analyze, man. Just laugh at the just laugh at these clowns. Oh, man. Every game, the problem also is every game there's 3-4 changes as well. Every game there's changes and changes. None of the players look comfortable. None of the players look like they know what they're doing. The movement is poor. Once again, look, 28 minutes on the clock here. Watch. Newcastle just playing it out. Zirkzee, Hojlund, Ahmad, they are retreating. They're retreating to the halfway line. The manager has got us from pressing team to now dropping off because we're scared. We're no longer pressing, we're just dropping off. So it's almost as if the manager, it sounds as if, or looks as if the manager might even be saying, do you know what? You guys can't press the way I want you to press. So to have better defensive shape, I want you guys to drop off. Oh, I feel sorry for Ahmad because Ahmad is a tech player, and tech players work best with other tech players giving goals and all these things. We need to have possession. We need to have possession of the ball for guys like Ahmad, for even guys like Sancho that we sold to even be important, to even have an impact in a game. And these sort of games, Ahmad's gonna drown today. You look at him; he's not doing. He's it's crazy. Yeah. Oh, it's offside. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. That finish, yeah, from Isak, yeah. I know it was offside, but that finish from Isak, it was wavy. I ain't gonna lie. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's offside. Yeah, it's way offside. Yeah. Anyway, let's see what you guys got to make me laugh or something. Tacklish. Gordon really tried to score from a corner. He actually thought he would have the opportunity because he cannot believe how easy it has been to score. Yeah, you're right. I just realized Gordon was trying to score from a corner just then. Everyone's doing it now. Everyone must have analysed, yeah. Everyone must have analysed how bad we are at set pieces and how bad we are at corners. Wow, should have been three there. Hit the post. Oh, that's so bad. Oh, that should have been 3-0 Newcastle game there. That should have been game, set, and match, but we live to fight another day today. Turkish. You can literally see the psychology of United on the pitch. They're scared and in flight freeze. This is crazy. Yeah, you can see the psychology of the players. Like, you know how a Liverpool team would go down 2-0 and just keep doing what they're doing, keep going. Like, wow, Ahmad, that is terrible, Ahmad. Yeah, this should be a 4-0 game. I don't get how Newcastle are only 2-0 up. They should. Isak was through and goal. He tried to chip the goalkeeper. And even this moment here that we've seen on replay, Newcastle need to score this. It's this like it should be at least 4-0. Zirkzee's coming off after 32 minutes. I feel sorry for Zirkzee. Oh my gosh. It's not fair, man. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I don't like that because Zirkzee wasn't the worst. Like, nah, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Ahmad's losing the dress. The manager's losing the dressing room very quickly. You don't do that to a player. You don't do that. Oh, Amorim, you don't do that. Oh, Amorim, what are you doing? You're losing your players. You've lost Rashford. You've lost Garnacho. Oh, Hoyland's gone wide. But I'm glad to see what's going to happen because I'm probably going to see Kobbie. So Kobbie's going to midfield. So Eriksen in the 10. I can't believe the manager. I can't believe. I can't believe the manager. I can't believe the manager has scapegoated Zirkzee. I can't believe we're all watching this game together. Like Mo. Zirkzee hasn't been good. He hasn't. Ahmad hasn't been good. Hojlund, not. But 30 minutes to take off Zirkzee, especially after all the hate that Zirkzee gets, bro. Like, oh, bro. That's not cool. That's not cool, Amorim. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Zirkzee's not the reason. So what's he done? He's brought on Kobbie, and Kobbie Manu is now playing next to what? Ugarte, and Eriksen's now playing in the 10. All right. Okay, Ruben. I'm with Ruben Amorim. I'm with Ruben. Like man's with him, but that is I don't know. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah, man. If I was Zirkzee, I'll get out of there, man. I can't believe the manager's done this. Let me know what you guys think about that. Whether you like Zirkzee or not, to scapegoat Zirkzee as the reason why we're losing, to take him off after 30 minutes when Martinez has conceded 2 goals. It's absolute joke to me. Yes, Hojlund keeps surviving. Hojlund's the one who keeps on. Hojlund's done nothing today. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that kind of stuff, yeah. Bro, like, I'm not even saying Zirkzee is playing well, bro. I'm just saying, yeah, Amorim needs to keep it 100. I feel sorry for Zirkzee, man. Like, if I'm Zirkzee, let's keep it 100, guys. If I'm Zirkzee, if I'm the player of the season in Italy last season, one of the players, I think wasn't he the player of the season in Italy? Regardless if he was the player, he was Bologna's player of the season. Oh my lord, Ahmad is not having a good game at all. Like the whole team is falling apart, yeah, and he scapegoats Zirkzee. He takes Zirkzee off the. If I'm the manager, I'm taking off Martinez, and I'm putting on Lenny Euro. I'm putting on all my long, tall defenders. This manager took off Zirkzee. If I'm Zirkzee, I'm on the phone to my agent. I'm going back to the change room and I'm calling my agent and I'm saying, listen, get me a move out of here. Get me a move out of here now. Like he needs to dip. The whole team's been bad and he's the one that gets scapegoated. You're playing a brother in the number 10. That's not a number 10 anyway. He's not one of your number 10s. He's a second striker. So he's a striker that drops deep. He's not that 10, yeah, that you want to run around and go left and go right. He's not that. Mm. Anyway, what's Mo saying? I'm literally watching a relegation team. Nothing can convince me otherwise. This 3-4-2-1 has to change. At least until he gets players in. This isn't it, man. Like, yeah, I'm kind of with you in that one, yeah, because it's one of those ones where, yes, you want to implement your style of play, and we're tired of managers that bend to the will of the players. I get that. We all get that, right? However, there has to be a sweet spot, right, where you're like, cool, man wants to play at my style of play. However, man's got 100 defenders and no attackers. Therefore, I can't fully play my style. Therefore, I need to tweak my style a little bit. There has to be a little bit of that. It can't be I ain't got this, I ain't got that, I ain't got this, but I'm still gonna play this. Like, I always say this. Listen, you can either get the best out of your players or get the best out of your system. And sometimes you need to find a sweet spot where you can put a player in your system and get 6 out of 10 from that player in your system. But you know, if that player was in a different system, playing to their strengths, you'll get 9 out of 10 from them. So are you going to play your system and get 6 out of 10 from that player? Or are you going to play to that player's strength and get the full amount from that player? It's all of these things that I know the manager is thinking. Because he's come out and said that if I don't start my system, if I don't implement my system straight away, we're going to have pain next season. And I kind of get that rationale. I get it. But my question is, how much pain are we going to put up with this season? How much pain do we need to sacrifice? How many positions, how much games are we fully writing off this season and saying, fuck it, we're going to finish 15th this season and I'm going to play my way or the highway, and that's it? Like, it is what. Rashford's warming up now. Rashford doesn't look like he's happy to be there. Amorim looks worried. Amorim is going to listen. This guy's. Listen. We took the Mickey out of my man for scratching up his bald head. Yeah, my man like Pep. I mean, we took the piss out of Pep with his bald head. We said, Pep got into a fight in the change rooms and all these things. Pep needs kiddie mittens. And we took the piss out of Pep. But Amorim, if you're watching interviews, yeah, my man is scratching up his neck. My man is always, he's trying to peel off his skin. And I think, yeah, in about 3 months, yeah, Amorim's going to be bald. And he's going to have like bare skin just peeled off. Like, he's going to look mad. You know, give him 3 months, he's gonna look mad. Amorim. Stress is gonna flip and finish man off. It's gonna finish man. Go on, Ahmad. Let's go. Oh, Mo. What's Mo saying? I really want to defend Amorim, but I don't really know what he's thinking. That's the thing, man. That's the thing. It's like I see why. I see why. Like, yeah. Yeah, thing is, yeah, it's just hard because I was gonna say that I see why he plays Bruno, but do you know what? Yeah, Zirkzee, yeah, hadn't played worse, yeah, than Bruno did in the 10. In that, Zirkzee was bad, but Bruno's bad all the time. Like Lissandro Martinez cost us 2 goals. Yeah, I want you guys to understand this. Lissandro Martinez, yeah, single-handedly cost us 2 goals today, all by himself. And I bet you 100%, yeah, everyone online is going to be talking about Zirkzee or CASEMIRO. And no one is going to be mentioning Martinez. Like I said, yeah, Ahmad, whenever Ahmad picks the ball up and feels comfortable, it's on a wing. Ahmad in this system, the wing backs in this system get a lot of space. And that is why Ahmad looked good playing wing back in this system. Now Ahmad's playing the 10 where there's no space in that. He's playing with his back to goal. He's getting out muscled. He's getting bullied off the ball. And this is what people were talking about when said, let's relax with Ahmad, calm down with Ahmad, because the physicality of the league is the reason why he doesn't play. And we're seeing why. When he gets to play further forward, in amongst big, strong footballers, he's less effective. Yeah. Anyway, it is what it is. What's Turkish saying? Turkish, nah, the way Zirkzee grabbed his coat and got the fuck out, that hurt my feet. That hurt my heart a little, not gonna lie. Yeah, bro, I like obviously man don't want to be too much feelings in it. Like, I want to be objective as possible. However, I agree, like I said, the way that Zirkzee's been treated, the way that you don't want to get taken off yet after half an hour, bruv, of the game. Wow, Casemiro is on a hype when it comes to his passing today. Yeah, you don't want to be taken off, especially when the whole team's playing badly, and you are the scapegoat anyway, and the manager's just taking you off. And also, it's hard as well because put it this way, you're the players, right? You're the main night players, and every time you go out there, and listening to the manager's tactics and trying to implement the manager's thing, the manager's system. Every time you go out there, you're getting punched in the face. Yeah, let's just imagine. Yeah, every time you train, you train, and then you go out there, and then you get punched in the face, and the manager says to you, "Keep doing my thing, keep doing it my way, and eventually it will work." And you keep doing it, you keep getting punched in the face. What I'm trying to say, yeah, is that players are human, right? They need to buy into it. We need to have performances where we start scoring goals and start doing things. Otherwise, the players are not going to buy into this thing. Like, yes, you can get punched in the face to learn and get better, but these kind of defeats, yeah, are only worth it if the owners are willing to sell players and buy players. These defeats are not worth it if deep down the owners know that these players are going to be the same players that we start the next season with. If January these guys are not going to bring in anybody, then this defeat is meaningless. Like, you know, the idea that, you know, when you lose, it exposes your faults and all these things. Yeah, well, that's true if you recruit and replace players and address them. If you're just exposing your flaws and not addressing your flaws, then what's the point? If you're just telling the world that you can't attack, and you're telling the world that you're shit at set pieces and you can't defend crosses, if you're exposing your team and you know you're not gonna get the players to fix the holes, then all of this is pointless. That's the point I'm trying to make. We need midfielders. We just don't have. Uh in, intercepted. Cass. Unlucky Cass. I mean, unlucky. I mean, I'm not gonna complain that Casemiro missed that because man's not a striker like that. He's supposed to be a defensive slash box to box midfielder. So if hojlund missed it, like, I would complain a bit more. Yeah, I feel like Amorim. Yeah, Amorim's in that boat that's like this because I feel like if he continues like this, he's not going to last long at this club. Like, you have your ideas, yes, but you've got to be able to adapt a little bit. Newcastle have got sloppy in the last few minutes. I don't know why. Yeah. The problem is, yeah, this manager, the kind of manager this manager is, yeah, he has his own system, who you kind of want a manager to come in now, yeah, who steadies the ship. I'll tell you what the problem is, right? Let me actually think about this, guys, for 1 second. Yes, we're losing 2-0, and I can talk about the game itself. I can talk about the goals that we conceded, and I can analyze the game. But to be honest, I don't really want to. because we're just crap and we're playing crap. So let's just. What I think is this: at this point in the season, when we have let go a manager like Ten Hag, a long-term manager like Ten Hag, halfway through the season, or let's say a quarter of the way through a season, you really need someone to come in to steady the ship, to boost the morale, and get these group of players fighting, right? What's happened that this manager's come in while we're in turmoil, while the players are not playing well, while all of these things, and he's come in to rather than unleash the players to play their game and be like, do you know what? Like the way that Rude might have done, go out there, play your game. He's come in and he wants to change everything midway through the season. And I think that is something that's not spoken about enough. A third of the way through a system or season, or quarter of the way through a season, a manager has come in and wants to change everything, that all of these players have learnt. Don't forget pre-season, these players were in pre-season, and in pre-season, these players were taught the Ten Hag way. So this manager has changed everything. The personnel in the club have changed, and the changes that he's made don't suit, the majority of the players' playing style. Whether you like CASEMIRO or not, whether you like Ugarte or not, Zirkzee or not, hojlund or not, the way that we're playing this new system doesn't suit Dalot. Dalot's now been asked to attack, play as a wingback. Mazraoui. A lot of these players, the system does not suit them. So this pain, that we all have to face, we now need to, or you as a Man United fan, if you're a Man United fan, need to agree in your head or work out in your head what you are willing to take as this pain. Are you willing to take losses at home to Newcastle, losses at home to Bournemouth? Are you willing to finish 15th? Or are you demanding, listen, I know you are implementing your own style. I know you're implementing your own system. However, with the players at your disposal, I still at least you to finish in the top 10. I at least need you to finish in the top 8. If you can have that position, which, listen, on this channel, I'm not saying you're wrong or right to have that position. I think that's also a right position to have. Both positions, I agree with. I get it. Short-term gain, but there will be long-term pain. Or long-term gain, but there will be short-term pain. I think as fans, we now need to decide. As a manager, as a fan, I'm not happy with the manager today. I'm not happy with the scapegoating as Zirkzee. I like the way he sees football. I like the way 90% of the times he sees football. But starting hojlund all the time, he makes some errors for me that are similar to Ten Hag. And I always know, as a Man United fan, that every manager that will come in, there's always going to be some things that I disagree with. Any manager coming in, there's always going to be a decision that he makes where I'm like, oh, he's starting this player that I don't like. No manager is going to come in and perfectly do everything you want him to do, because he's not you and you're not him, and he doesn't have your brain, so he's going to see things differently. So this manager has come in, and I feel like he's done mostly the right things in terms of who he's dropped and whatnot. But he's still doing one or two things for me that will start annoying me. And if we're not winning, if we're losing on top of him making bad decisions, then all that's going to do is pile it up on him, put him under more pressure. And the media loves to dig its knife into Man United. Man United, the biggest club in the world. We're the news grabbers. We know this. So every day on the back pages, Amorim this, Amorim that. This manager is in trouble. He needs to figure it out quickly. We need to... Listen, I'm not saying we should be playing the best football in the world, but he needs to get back at playing some kind of decent football, because the football that we are seeing right now is absolutely horrendous. The aggression, like we're playing with five at the back, and we still look hollow. We still look hollow. Like, it's so easy to score against us. Anyway, guys. Anyway, the second half is going to start in literally 6 minutes. I'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm just going to have a quick break. Please stay tuned. Stay locked. Yeah, the second half is going to be just as painful, I can imagine. This is not going to be an enjoyable match, but it is what it is, guys. I'll be back in a bit, man. Stay tuned. Stay locked. And we are back and we are live. And the second half has just kicked off, guys. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. My volume is a bit low, so I didn't hear. But apparently, there were a lot of jeers and cheers when Zirkzee was taken off by the United fans. And I feel like United fans, they're too quick, yeah. We're too quick to destroy our players' confidence. Like you do not want, yeah. If you're Zirkzee, you do not want your own fans to react that way when you get taken off. And I think we like confidence is clearly an issue for all of these players. And to be scapegoating Zirkzee, and I've seen too many, and I'm gonna speak on it right now. I've seen too many black players, non-white players, used as scapegoats for this club, while other players who are white, who are not good enough, yeah, get a free pass. I've seen it many, many times with this fan base, especially the match day going fans. I don't know if it's I do know it's a cause, a product of the society that we live in. We all know that. But it is something that we have to factor in when it comes to the treatment of some of these players. For some reason, the media, especially the media, they like certain players and they don't like certain players, and often it's nothing to do with how good or how bad a footballer they are. It's to do with other things. Don't forget, yeah, these guys were saying things like Jordan Henderson is better than Paul Pogba. These guys was these guys this football club, it hates technical footballers. I know hard work matters. I know. But I just feel like this football club and the fans, the match day going fans, they don't like the technical ballers that look a certain way. And they love a scapegoat. Anyway, we started okay. We look like we're playing all right. The managers brought the players in at half time, had a word with the players, spoken to them, moving the ball quicker. All right, cleared by Newcastle. Hmm. Mm. Anyway, all right, let's move it quicker. Cool. Keep moving. Hold it, Hoyland. Flipping that. For once, you hold the ball up. All we need, yeah, is for Hoyland to hold the ball up, yeah, to give us a chance to move up the pitch. And because he never holds the ball up and he always loses it, like, we struggle to move up the pitch. He's one of the biggest reasons why we can't advance further up the pitch. All right. It's a nice ball into the box. Defended by Newcastle. All right, let's see if we can get a goal back. They've got their hojlund now, and they've now got Zirkzee off the field like they wanted. So let's see what we could do. Oh, 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 man. Go. Lucky. All right. We're playing better, though. We're getting into advanced situations. That's good defending, Maguire. Maguire stepped in nicely there, read the situation. Mm. That's well played by Newcastle. Uh, mm. Suzanne, let's read some comments quickly. Crazy times at United. Do you think he may be losing the dressing room? Um, I think he could be. I don't know if he actually is losing the dressing room. He's definitely potentially losing Zirkzee. You don't treat a player like that. Like, yeah. So he might have lost Zirkzee. Zirkzee, listen, the way that the match day going fans are so important because the match day going fans influence us. I mean, how the stadium react to players will affect how we watch the players. Not me, because I don't really get influenced, but human beings. But yeah, me, I guess, to a certain extent. So if the match day going fans are jeering man off, it's getting into the heads of everyone watching it at home. And yeah, it's one of the ones where if you're not liked by your own club, by the fans of your own club, it's difficult for you to even get any kind of confidence to build on anything, man. It's difficult. Look at Sancho. They think about United being a United fan, especially as a black man. You just got to factor in that a lot of racists support your club too. Like that's any club in England because you live in England, so that's just how it is. A lot of bias. Finish. Oh, I'm mad unlucky. And Zirkzee wasn't worse than anybody else to be used as a scapegoat. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying Zirkzee is great. I don't want people to be saying that I'm thinking Zirkzee was good. I'm not saying he wasn't worse than anyone else. That's all. Um, I don't know. Maybe he's just the one that was sacrificed. But the fact that he was jeered by his own fans, man, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, that's maybe full. It's annoyed me. The fact that he was jeered, it's annoyed me. I'm not gonna lie, it has. Yo, what you saying, Mo? I watched Sadov play a charity match a couple of weeks ago, and almost thinks he walks it. Bro, what's what's Isak doing? Sometimes, yeah, when I go back and I just when I just watch like big Ronaldinho, like with his big belly, and big Ronaldo play them little charity matches, and just like pluck the ball from the air from like 50 yards and just have a deft touch. Or like not make a man, just walk. You know when you don't even need pace to not make a man. You know when you can just walk here and just go whoops. When I see some of the tech here that these men still have at their age, yeah, and I see some of these ballers now, yeah, I'm just like, what's happened to football? Like, what are we doing here? Are we turning football into some sort of like athletic factory of just. I know that you could argue the technical the floor has risen, as in you don't get really crap players anymore. You got to be at least something. But I feel like the need, yeah, for you to be a supreme athlete now, for you to be that pace and power, for you to get up and down, the need for that means, yeah, objectively, it has to mean, yeah, you are not working on your technical game. Think about it. You don't need to use your technical game to beat. You can just kick the ball past the player. So you are, a lot of those players have technical, a lot of players now I feel like have technical deficiencies. And because the game is such a physical game, like, and a lot of the footballers that we love, yeah, they're not speed merchants. They're not athletes like that. So these guys, yeah, are getting phased out of the game. Like, we're not seeing ballers that we used to anymore. Because you got to play football at 100 miles an hour. That's how all these guys are going to have flipping pacemakers, bruv. All of these footballers are going to have pacemakers by 30, bruv. Because the way that football is going on is like, listen, if you can't run 100 meters in 9 seconds, yeah, get the hell out of my team. That's what it is. It is what it is, man. Football's just changed. Like, you don't even get world-class strikers, man. It pains me. You know, when I talk about this all the time, and I'm like, listen, we lived in an era, yeah. No, I don't even know. Hey, Kobbie. Oh, come on, get it. Cass. Okay, that was 2-footed from Cass. Doing Dalot. Get the ball in the box. Get it. Okay, cool. We're playing better, at least. That's what I can say. We lived in an area where we had, like, it's dumb. Etu, Ronaldo, Thierry Henry, like, we had flipping Christian Vieri, Crespo, like, Raul. Like, we've seen, yeah, and this is only the random ones coming from my head, yeah. Like, well, I said this already. Rivaldo, even Adriano. Like, we grew up in an era where we saw, like, strikers. And now you look around, you're like, where are the world-class strikers? Who? What, Harry Kane? Lewandowski? Who? Haaland who can't even control the ball. Like, strikers like Haaland, yeah, wouldn't it? Hey, Kobbie! Oh. Go on, Ahmad. Give it back. Come back this way. Oh. Nice, get it. CASEMIRO, okay. All right, we got 58. We got them on the ropes. All right, Kobbie's finding them little gaps. Well, finished! Ah! Oh my gosh! Oh wow! I thought I was in. Unlucky, lads. Unlucky. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, strikers like Haaland, man. Like, you can't even control it. Like, Haaland, yeah, is a good he's a good finisher. He needs a lot of chances to score, but he's a good finisher. But he's not a good footballer. Like, he's not gonna spray a 40-yard pass. He's not gonna. His first, like I'm saying, he's not a baller. Like, even the strikers back then, even people like even Inzaghi and them man there, yeah, like, that man could touch. Their first touch was just immaculate. Like, we lived in an area, yeah? We grew up, yeah. Well, I definitely grew up, obviously. But if you're around my age, whatever, you saw strikers. You saw strikers. But in the world today, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel sorry for the youngsters, man. For the young G's, the proper young G's that think this, yeah, what they see now, this is like the best. This is the best thing ever. I'm like, no, you ain't. Ah, man. We saw magic, man. We saw Ronaldinho dance on a football pitch with the ball at his feet. We saw Ronaldinho do all this shit. Ronaldinho's a madman, you know. Oh man. And now this is what we see. And then we have Vinny. Vinny is like the closest we got now. And we try to diss people like Neymar. Listen, we're never gonna get those players back ever again, you know. I promise you. We're not gonna get that magic again. So all I'm saying to you lot, yeah, is this. You know, techie players, magical techie players don't come along often, yeah. When we see them, let's not try to chase them out of football. Let's not try to like, you know what I'm saying? Let's just sometimes appreciate, appreciate them players a bit more. That's all I'm saying, man. Even that man at Adel Tarat, yeah. I know Adel Tarat, yeah, has no end product, yeah. But I like the fact, yeah, that Adel Tarat said, you know what? F an end product for a second. Forget an end product for a second. Man wants to nutmeg you and leave you on your face. Then man can worry about scoring a goal. There's something about that I liked. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, the game of football is to win. Obviously, I know that. Yeah, of course. But sometimes I like a man that does that. That appreciates it, that I'm watching. Doesn't want to win for just win for himself and just score a goal. Appreciates, yeah, that I'm watching. Yeah. I don't mind them kind of players. That's all I'm saying. What are you man saying in the chat? Yeah, 60, I think. Kind FC, big up yourself, my G. We were under pressure and I thought Zirkzee was at the very least getting stuck in. Didn't see what difference that sub made in the first half. Bro, big up yourself right now, fam. You're speaking my mind. Like, I just want to be fair in it. I just want this channel, yeah. I want to be fair with what I see in it. That's all. And not be too biased. That's all. And from what I saw, he wasn't the worst player. And I didn't think man needed to take him off after 30 minutes. That's that. I feel like there's something else. That's all. That's all. It is what it is. But I'm with you, bro. Mo, at the highest level of sport, at every level, no matter how technically good you are, you have to physically match your opponent. Football shouldn't be different. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Um, I hear you. I hear you. I'm thinking of yeah, the the spanner in the works. Could I say like the small Spanish team or the little Barcelona team that weren't physically imposing, like the Puyol, the Xavis and Iniestas that were small and weren't always as physical as their opponents, but were technically better, especially the Pep teams. Um, but that's the only thing that I'll say regarding that comment. Addendum to your comment, not like a challenge to your point, if you know what I mean. But yeah, you have to be like all the skill you have in the world, yeah. If you can't be as physical as the next man you're up against, then the next man you're up against is always gonna flip and hit you out, bruv. Like, that's it. So, and that's what I guess Sancho. That makes me think about Sancho because I feel like Sancho's hella techie, but Sancho's not physically imposing. And I feel like United's the problem with Sancho and United is that we wanted Sancho to be something that he wasn't. He was never that. He was never a direct player, really. And he never really had a burst of pace. I watched Sancho. I knew what he was. And I felt like when United got him, we wanted him to be something else. I mean, bro, this is like Sancho plays the way, like, do you know what I'm saying? You can't change, man. And I feel like we miss profile. I feel like sometimes we don't even understand some players, you know. And we want Pogba to be something that he wasn't. I'm like, bro, like let's understand what Pogba is, bruv. That's all you got to do. Just understand what players are sometimes. You know what I mean? Um, that's why we want Kobbie in the 10, kind FC. Look, yo, I'm with you, kind FC. Facts. Like, I've said it. I said in the 8, yeah, my opinion, obviously. I don't feel like Kobbie is physical. I don't feel like he's got the engine. I don't feel like he's got the discipline, the mental, defensive awareness, the awareness of space. I feel like he wants to take too many. Watch Kobbie. Let's watch him. Kobbie, yeah, let's watch it for the next 5 minutes. He wants to take touches. He wants to take bare touches. In that deeper role, yeah, sometimes you got to do that give and go. You got to be like, boom, pop it off, bam, out. And in that deeper role, you got to spray that 30-yard pass every now and again. Kobbie, Kobbie wants to jinx. Kobbie wants to drop a shoulder. Kobbie doesn't want to be running 40 yards back. What the hell? No! Kobbie doesn't want to be doing that. Kobbie, we spoke about this. In the youth team, he was an attacking player. He's only playing midfield now because he's in the main team. So yeah, man, Kobbie. We want to see Kobbie in the 10. Kobbie looks. He's not in the 10 now, but it's like when Kobbie plays, he does his best work, as we see in that inside 10 channel, like in the box when he's sort of like trying to do the give and goals, and that's where we want to see Kobbie, in my opinion. Some people still feel like he's best as a deeper player. That's fair. I can only give my opinion. And my opinion is that for me personally, I feel that Kobbie is in this system is more. He's more of a 10 than he is one of the two sixes. I don't even think he's a perfect 10. I feel like if we got Cunha, I'm sorry, Kobbie. Kobbie, you're holding bench. Because Cunha will be my 10 on that side. Or Kudus. But out of all the positions, I reckon that 10 position suits Kobbie the best, in my opinion. Yeah, man. Yeah, big up, Mo. Big up yourself, my G. Every Champions League team had a guy up front, yeah, that you had to respect. You had to like respect it. Like every team, yeah, had a guy, yeah, that could just like get the ball out of his feet, yeah, and do something themselves. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What are you doing? Why are we backing off like that? How did he still get the ball? 67 minutes on the clock. I feel like this game just nothing's happening. Like Lenny Euro's on the field now. When did that happen? I've been talking. When the hell did Lenny Euro get on? He's coming from Martinez, hasn't he? And Garnacho's on. What's funny, yeah? Hojlund hasn't done anything, and he's not gonna get booed. I don't want to get it. Like I'm just objective in my stuff. I'm not emote. Like I'm just using my eyes. Has Hojlund played any better than Zirkzee? Like no, I don't. I just don't get it. What am I not? Why some players get treated differently? When with what I'm seeing with my eyes, I don't feel like they should be. Yeah, man, I'm conflicted, man. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little bit conflicted. You know the ones when you're conflicted. I don't want to be too reactionary. Oh, even though technically speaking, that is all I'm reacting. Okay, Martinez cost us 2 goals. Yeah, Martinez never got booed. This fan base is cooked. You know, 2 goals because of Martinez, and he doesn't get booed, but Zirkzee gets booed. Zirkzee playing in the 10 just gets booed. Is it because he's black and he's wearing an afro? It's probably the afro as well that makes him get it even more, right? It's probably the afro. I don't like it. It should like. What does it take for you to get jeered or booed? It should take a lot for your own fans. You're trying. You're trying, and you're trying. You're running around and you're trying, and you haven't had many starts. You get subbed, and it's like you. I don't get it, man. Wow. Oh no. It's crazy, bruv. The thing that man had to run, yeah, ran into the tunnel to get away from the fans. The one group of people that's supposed to give you encouragement. That is, bruv. The more I think about it, the more it's actually crazy. Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. They're basically more black, basically. The more black you are, essentially, is what you're saying. But yeah. Ah, it's a nice run from Ahmad. Christian Eriksen, corner from Eriksen. Oh, Maguire. Is that a Maguire header? Oh, Lenny Euro. I'm glad people online are agreeing for once, man. How they've treated Zirkzee, how the fans have treated this footballer. They booed him after he got subbed off in his first season, trying to get used to the and no other player got booed or jeered getting subbed. Martinez literally conceded 2 goals. Well, I did say 3-0, so hmm? Why? What's he done? Oh, that's good. That's good, Lenny. The thing is, the match was lost, yeah, before the ball was kicked. I said we were gonna lose this game. So why people are like gonna scapegoat Zirkzee when they've seen what happened in the Bournemouth game? They've seen what happened in all the other games. Yet Zirkzee's the one that's scapegoated. Oh my lord. That's easy, Masraoui. How could you get that wrong? Listen, the manager is culpable. The manager is culpable. As part of being a manager, you have to take accountability. Before the match was kicked. Before the match started, the ball was kicked. I said we're gonna lose. So I'm not gonna use a scapegoat. Like if Zirkzee did something really, really wrong today to make us concede any of the goals, or if he was any worse than any of the players, then yeah, I'll be like, yeah, Zirkzee's extra bad, Zirkzee. But he wasn't. He wasn't. We all watched the game. We all watched the game with our eyes. So we all know there's something else going on. You know. But the problem is, how can so many people in that crowd have that agenda to collectively all do that? Or maybe what we saw was their reaction, their collective reaction to how Man United were playing, and they just, do you know what I mean? But either way, it's not fair on Zirkzee, man. But it is what it is. This manager, he needs to learn very quickly, very quickly, very quickly. Because I know a lot of people have been jokingly talking about relegation and relegation. And listen, we're not going to be. I mean, for us to be relegated, the teams below us have to win as well, and we're going to still win more games than them. But this is relegation form. This form that we're in, that we're on, is relegation form, 100%. This is the worst I've seen us. That pass from Dalot, the ball just given away by Maguire. It's just sloppy. It's just sloppy, man. Brighton keep equalising. Brighton are not letting Aston Villa get this result at all. Chelsea are on. What's happening with Chelsea? I thought that was going to be a sure Ipswich win. I mean, Chelsea win against Ipswich. Rashford's still on the bench. Ah, yeah, 2-0 is definitely a good outcome. Like, this match could have been 4. He needs to stop starting defenders as wingbacks. He needs to stop doing it now. He needs to just go for it. I feel like this manager is slowly becoming disappointing. Start Antony as wingback with Ahmad. Just do it. Try it. You keep trying other things. Try that as well. Finish! Oh, hojlund. Just try it. Listen, at this point, yeah, I'm giving up. So at this point, try Ahmad as a 10 and try Antony as wingback and actually start with that formation. Please. It's now known. It is now known by everybody that this formation, this system, Manchester United haven't won a match. I mean, we haven't won many matches. Let's be honest, but we haven't played well or looked decent. Yeah, when we've played defenders as wing backs, Dalot, and we don't look good because they don't offer nothing going forward. They don't. The wing backs get in a lot of space. And when Dalot has it and when Mazraoui has it, they don't really. We need wingers as wingbacks. So we either need to start Antony. Just try it. Let's see it. Antony as a wingback with Ahmad, or maybe just move Ahmad back. I know we all want to see Ahmad in the 10, and I still want to see Ahmad in the 10. But the space that Ahmad gets playing the wingback role, he can punish teams, and he was punishing teams. Maybe go back to that. Unlucky Ahmad. Finish. Oh, man. Oh, offside. Look at this ref now flipping holding his flag up. Kind FC. I thought Dalot could have read that pass from Maguire better. Yeah, listen, the cohesion in this team is just not there, man. Players are going when it should be holding their positions. Some players are holding the positions when they should be going. There's no one overlapping. There's little underlapping. The cohesion is just not there. Dalot, man, Dalot. The thing is, it's a shame because Dalot was decent in the previous regime, but he's just not a wingback in this system. That's all. He's just not a wingback in this system, unfortunately. He's a good player, but he's just not a wingback in this system, Dalot. In my humble opinion, what is required as a wingback in the system is what is similar to what Ahmad provides. Someone who can drive forward, someone who, when they're in a one-on-one situation with a player, has the ability to drive and take on that player, and someone who can finish. We need a winger. We need, yeah, like a Alexander Arnold, somebody who's not that good at, someone who can pass as a defender, as in fill the position as a defender, but is really good going forward. I'm not saying we need that profile of a player. We just need that kind of player. Someone who can do their defensive responsibilities but is really, really good going forward. That's what wingback is, right? We need one of them on the left-hand side. At least. We probably need another one on the right-hand side. We definitely need one or two midfielders. So if we're going to get that Atlanta midfielder, it's in Edison, cool. That combative midfielder. Get another ball playing midfielder. We definitely need a left-sided 10. If we're going to get Cunha, cool. Kudus, cool. Or if you're not going to get any of those, I'll just get a really, really good quality 10. We probably need a right-sided 10 as well. I know we have Ahmad, but we need someone who can fight that position, challenge that position. So we probably need another 10, and we definitely need a striker for sure. We need a left-sided centre back. Oh, Ahmad looking for the penalty. If this manager does not have his players to play this system, he will not. He will not survive. The one thing that's clear from what we are seeing is that the manager is not going to budge. He's not going to budge. And one thing is clear is that if we all assume, because this is all assuming that the system works in the Premier League, right? His system works in the Premier League. So let's assume it does, right? Because we've seen it work in Portugal, so it works in the Premier League. So on the assumption that the system works, if this manager has his players, then this manager needs to be backed. And this manager therefore needs his players, which means something has to be done at Manchester United, which hasn't been done. Oh, that's just, which something needs to be done that hasn't been done before, and that's a mass clear out. A mass clear out. My only issue, and the reason why I feel uncomfortable, and I reckon the reason why all of you guys feel uncomfortable with this level of crappery and sheggery and foolery, yeah, from this team, yeah, is because we are not comfortable, yeah, or we don't know for sure whether Ineos are going to give this man the players he needs. So all of this could be in vain. That is the main bullet point, the main exclamation mark, question mark, whatever you want to call it, about this whole situation that Man United are in. I'm willing to put up with this crap, yeah, to a certain extent, and I'm sure you guys all are, yeah. Everyone has their limits. You man might be like, listen, top 10. Other guys might be, listen, minimum top 6, minimum whatever. Everyone has their little limit, yeah, of how fucked up the situation needs to be before we tell this guy to go away. But I'm willing, yeah, to go through this if I know that come summertime, Ineos are going to give this man 200 million, yeah, minimum net, yeah, to go and get at least 4 or 5, at least 5 first team starters for his system. Then I'm willing to do it. The thing is, none of us know that. None of us know if Ineos are going to back this man. All this cost cutting that Ineos are doing and all these things, yeah, we don't know, yeah, how much money we have, and we don't know how much Ineos are willing to put into this thing. And because of that, we then don't know, yeah, how much pain to put ourselves through. Because when we put ourselves through this pain, when in the end he's going to get 2 players, nothing's going to change, and we're going to finish 12th next year, and then 13th in the year. And do you know what I'm saying? Then all of this is, that's the thing. That is the thing for me right now. Because if I keep looking at the small picture and the details, I'm just going to get angry. I'm going to get angry at Martinez. I'm going to get angry at this. I'm going to get angry at that. And it's cool. We will look at the details, and it's good too. But I'm going to try to look at the macro, the bigger picture here, as much as I can to protect my sanity, innit? Protect me from getting angry at this crap that I'm seeing. So, yeah, that's where I think all of us are at a macro level. How much are we willing to put up with? For how much are we willing to gain from it? Risk and reward. We don't know. We're trying to measure the risk, and we're trying to measure the reward right now. If the reward is a Premier League title in 3 years, then cool. But we don't know that yet. We don't know Ineos. It's like someone coming and saying, listen, we're taking over everything. These are the new rules, and if you listen to us, we'll give you diamonds and pearls. And we're like, we don't really know you yet. You've literally just come over, and you've taken over a shit regime. Yeah, you've done some decent things, but you've also messed up with the manager. You've done some crap things too. So you're asking me to trust you when you've been hit and miss. And I think that's where I'm at. I don't think these players are very confident at all right now. The players, the way they're playing, they are thinking about everything. You can just feel and you can tell these players are in their heads. Everything they're doing, yeah, none of it is automatic. It's like they're just thinking more and more and more and more. And you think at this stage, at this part of the manager's tenure, these guys will be more familiar with the positions, the system, and therefore thinking less, and it will just be more natural. It will just flow. Wow, Antony. But Antony went past him. Why did he fall if he wasn't fouled? Garnacho. The Premier League is so quick and so physical, man. I'm watching this game, yeah, and one thing that's clear throughout the whole 91 minutes, yeah, throughout the whole 92 minutes, is how everyone's diving into challenges still. Look, flipping 92nd minute of the game, yeah, and people are sliding, people are just pushing, people are just crunching into tackles. It's relentless. It is like you gotta be in supreme physical. Like to play in the Premier League, it's next levels. That's why it's difficult to survive here if you're a technical player. That's why it's hard for England to win in international tournaments because we rely so much on this year that when we play against the tactical teams in international tournaments and the teams that can pass us off the park, we struggle because we're so used to this. Look at this match, yeah. And it has been Man United are rubbish, and Newcastle have played better, but it's just been so physical. Like from the crosses that have come in and Martinez getting out jumped and out muscled on the ball and like yeah, it's just quite interesting. United have not played well at all today. And we're gonna have to talk about our performance. Of course, the manager, just like in the last game, we're asking questions once again of the manager so soon. It's quite interesting because I know a lot of us, a lot of fans want to give this manager time. Of course we do. We understand that we can't keep chopping and changing. And none of us want to change. But right now we're gonna have to ask some questions of the manager. The Zirkzee situation, we're gonna have to talk about the Zirkzee situation because I this channel is about as much as possible, it will be about objectivity, you know. And I know everyone likes different types of players, but I don't think anybody can say that Zirkzee is not a better footballer. When you think about the fundamentals of football, to be able to control the ball, move it, dribble, even if you think both of them are not good enough, like Zirkzee is a better footballer in terms of fundamentals than hojlund. I think we all can see that he is. So the fact that this guy is getting treated differently, I think he scored just as many goals as hojlund this season, I believe, and got as many assists as hojlund. I think his GA is very similar, or if not better than hojlund's, and they played similar games. Yet one player gets booed, one player gets cheered. I think that is what I'm trying to say. If hojlund and Zirkzee's GA this season have been exactly the same, and this is Zirkzee's first season and hojlund's second season, why is he getting? That has pissed me off. The manager's fucked the game, and all the talk is going to be about Zirkzee and not about Martinez. It's going to be very frustrating. We've lost the game today, but anyway, we will do we will do the match reaction now, guys. We will do the match reaction now. Newcastle have beaten Manchester United 2-0 at Old Trafford. And before the game started, I made a prediction that Newcastle would beat Man United 3-0. So I was one goal off. I knew we were going to lose this game today. It was just about how we were going to lose. The way that we have been playing under this manager recently, I feel like Man United have hit a new low. And I feel like this is our new baseline. I don't see us improving our performance levels from now until the end of the season that much. I don't see us improving that much. I now believe, after what I've seen so far, that we will finish mid-table or in the bottom half of the table. I honestly believe that. It's surprising. It is surprising, but listen, there's a lot for me to talk about in with regards to this game, in terms of the formation, in terms of what happened with the Zirkzee situation, in terms of the players that the manager picked, the manager's decisions. There's a lot we need to talk about. And like I said, the manager has to answer to some things. He has to answer to some of these decisions he's made. And yes, we want to give him time. Of course we do. But it doesn't mean we can't critique him. It doesn't mean we can't ask questions and challenge him and say, why have you done this or why have you done that? Nobody's free of criticism, despite the fact, yes, we will continue to back this manager, but we need to talk about some of the decisions that he's made. Listen, in terms of how we played in the first half, in terms of how we played today, we can say that it's one of the worst performances that we've seen. I know the Bournemouth match was bad, but this match was bad. We couldn't get any passes. We're playing at Old Trafford. Once again, it's another home match. Another home match played against a team where we were slow to the pass, slow on the ball. Newcastle they got into their rhythm very quickly. And yes, we have to caveat everything and say that this is a new team, new system, new manager, new coaches. Players are still getting used to this. All of these things, we've heard this many, many times before. So everything has to be caveated with all of that. But yeah, Newcastle were just up for it. I think in the first half, we never got any shots on goal. First half an hour, we did nothing. We couldn't even string 2-3 passes together. Newcastle were just bopping the ball around. I was looking forward to see what Zirkzee could do in the 10 with hojlund and Ahmad, and what CASEMIRO would look like next to Eriksen. But one thing I said at the beginning of the stream was this: we don't play well when we play defensive players in the wing-back positions. We don't play well, and it's been proven, and we've seen it now on the graphics. It's been pushed, it's been shown to everybody that United just don't play well in Amorim's system without attacking players in a fullback position. So that is the main reason why I said we weren't going to do anything. The reason why I said we weren't going to do anything is because I saw Mazraoui, and as good as Mazraoui is technically, he's not a wing-back. He's not a wing-back. And as good as Dalot was as a right-back last season, I believe he was the player of the year, he's also not a wing-back. So when I saw those two start again, I was like, isn't this manager seeing the details? Doesn't he not understand that playing more defenders doesn't make you more defensive? Just playing more defenders doesn't make you more defensive. Everybody knows that. It's not some 1 equals, like, it's not some simple thing. Like, you give them something to worry about. The best form of defense is what? Attack. We know this, yeah? So take a chance, play a more attacking player as wing-back, so we offer a more attacking threat. Yeah, you follow me? That way, give them something to think about. The best form of defense is attack. When we scored early against Ipswich, when we played well, we played with Ahmad as a wing-back. And that is why people started to say, do you know what? It might be not good, might not be the best for Ahmad, but it might be best for the team if Ahmad goes back as a wing-back. If you talk about net returns, let's say Ahmad playing in the 10, it is a +8 for Ahmad, but in terms of the whole team, it makes the team not really play that much better. Whereas maybe Ahmad playing in the wing-back role is only a +5 for Ahmad. He's not really getting that much out of it himself. But for the team, he might just make the team play better. Maybe for the benefit of the team, he might be doing that. But we need to play attackers in the wingback positions. Casemiro and Eriksen, we know that midfield duo is an old granddad midfield duo. It's not very aggressive. It's not very mobile, and I believe that midfield got outrun today by the Newcastle midfield, which is the issue with this system. Because the issue with this system is that we're playing with double pivot, and it's not a midfield three. So often, if the number 10s are not dropping deep enough, where I feel like this might have been an issue. Zirkzee was playing the number 10 like a striker, like a number 9. And I feel like in this match, the two number 10s had to drop deeper into the midfield role. So Zirkzee had to play the 10 role in this match more like a midfielder rather than a second striker, which is what he's used to. And I think we got exposed often. Especially on the left-hand side, which is not Zirkzee's side to a certain extent, but that Martinez, that Dalot side. So, yeah, we didn't play well today. And that brings me to the Zirkzee thing, and I will say this about the Zirkzee thing. I believe Zirkzee is being used slightly as a scapegoat. I honestly believe that. That's the only conclusion I can have by the reaction to his substitution by the fans. The fact that he was jeered. At the time, I didn't see it, but when I look back at it, I heard it, and I was like, wow, these guys are jeering him. And I know he didn't play that well today, but he wasn't playing any worse than anyone else. And that's the main thing. He wasn't playing any worse than anyone else. And no one else, when they got substituted, got jeered like that. No one else. So why did he? What is special about him? Why is he the one that gets jeered? Hojlund doesn't play well. When's the last time we saw Hojlund play well? Like when you compare Hojlund, because this is the perfect example. This is how you see bias at work. When you hold two things constant, and then two different people are being treated exactly two different people are being treated differently for doing the exact same thing, then you got to ask what's going on. Hojlund came to us first season, played about 50 games. He didn't really play well in almost any of them. He scored about 15 goals in 50 games. That's not a good return, right? Hojlund scored, I'm not quite sure exactly, so don't quote me on this one fully, but I'm sure that the GA of Zirkzee and the GA of Hojlund this season is similar. Maybe like Hojlund might have 5 or 4 and Zirkzee might have 3. I don't know. But I don't know if it's that far apart. And this is Zirkzee's first season in the new league with a new manager in a new system. Whereas this is Hojlund's second season. And these guys got no patience for Zirkzee. None. No patience, getting booed and jeered off the park. While Hojlund is like, oh, it's okay. Hojlund has to start. I'm watching football with you guys, yeah? With all of you on this channel. And we're watching with our eyes. And we're seeing this. Two different people get treated differently for no reason. Then what else could it be? I'm convinced it's the afro. It's the melanated skin as well. I think it's all of that because I see it. I see online. I see how people are talking about Zirkzee. At the end of the day, people need to understand this. Fundamentally, from a footballing standpoint, yeah, Zirkzee is a better footballer than Hojlund. He is. If you look at the qualities, if you had all of their qualities in the line, receiving the ball, passing, short passing, long pass, whatever, understanding the game, footballing IQ, Zirkzee will be better than Hojlund. He does have more. Hojlund can't even control the ball. Hojlund might have a decent shot at him and that's it. So it's like, what is going on? I feel that United fans, especially the matchday going fans, they want a type of football. They want to see a type of football that involves, because they're used to Giggs and Beckham and Ronaldo. They want you to just go on and beat you. All right, mate, go on, beat your man and run and all right, run at your man. And because Zirkzee is like a Pogba, he's like you understand, you know where I'm going. His style, his body, he's tall, he's languid. He's got hair like me. He's got a sort of body. He's got a certain body language about him. Zirkzee fits a kind of profile that is perfect for hatred. He's perfect symbol to be like, look over there. There's Zirkzee. Let's hate him. And that's what he's going to be used at. We've seen Sancho. We've seen Pogba. We've seen all the players before him. And I can slowly feel that after like 6 games, even 7 games, he's now going to be, he's going to move into that role. We need that what you guys need to understand is that every season we need that player. Because the media, the newspaper, all the Eton graduates, all the posh boys that write newspapers for Daily Mail, whatever, these guys, they need that sort of player every season. And I think Zirkzee, online, in the fan base, in the stadium, he's becoming that new scapegoaty player. So, unfortunately, we're going to have to watch it grow, watch it manifest, understand the psychology. I think it's important for us Man United fans on this channel to be smarter than all of these idiots. And just watch them, watch the psychology, watch the media, watch what happens on Twitter, and see how things shift, see what develops, and just continue talking about it and continue comment on it. Because we can watch football, we can understand it, we can enjoy it, we can analyze it, but also not be like idiots. We can be smart and enjoy football. And that's what I want to create on this channel. So that's my thing on Zirkzee. I think the manager sucks. I think the manager shouldn't have subbed him off. It made him more into a scapegoat than he needed it. And I think he's creating problems. He might be causing issues that he doesn't need. So I think he needs to be careful. I don't think he managed the game well. I don't think the lineup was great by the manager. And I feel like he needs to very quickly find his first team, his best team, and stick with it. He needs to now, for the rest of the season, perhaps find a middle ground. Yes, you want to implement your style of play, but do not forget you need to get the best out of the players. And if the player cannot do the role that you want him to do, that you've assigned to him, then don't put him in the lines. Then don't set him on fire. Don't do it. Don't do it, because you're forcing players to be scapegoats. Don't put them in situations you don't need them into. You don't need them to be. So I think the manager has some questions to ask. I think now we need to see Kobbie in the 10. If you're gonna do that to Zirkzee, and personally, if I'm being honest with you, I don't even think the manager wants Zirkzee. I think the manager wants another striker. And after what I've seen, listen, this fan base destroys careers. This fan base will try to destroy your career. We've seen some of the best players in the world come to Manchester United, and their confidence, because your mentality, your mental health is the most important thing. If you're not right up here, you will never be able to play football, and people need to understand that. And this fan base is toxic. It's dangerous. A lot of players that come here, unless we push them up and we hold them up like Bruno, like Bruno and other players, where we push them and we cuddle them, and anyone who criticizes them, we attack them and we protect them. Where there's other players that come here and we when they arrive, we stand there with pitchforks ready for them to mess up and kill them. There's other players who can mess up every game, and we just protect them. And there's some players who mess up once and we kill them. That bias in our fan base is what kills us often. So many times it ruins so many players. We've seen it ruin players. That meant that brain, that same sort of, the voter brain, that politics brain, that vote against your own interest, and how you can be manipulated to. This Man United fan base want to see this swashbuckling, run around, hit and run football, cross the ball in. I always tell people this: if you try to implement tiki-taka football in this crowd, they will boo you after the first season, because they'll get bored. They'll say, stop passing the ball back. They won't understand that, listen, it takes about 5 years for this to work. The first stage, get the defense right. Second stage, get the midfield, whatever. You move up, then your football starts to change, and so on and so forth. So it might take a couple of years to implement a different style of football. This fan base wants to see Beckham and Giggs cross the ball in and head the ball in, Van Nistelrooy. and Cristiano Ronaldo ran and Rooney ran. They want to see that kind of football. They don't want to see the that patient build up. These guys will boo you off the park if you come with that football. The Sanchos and the technical ballers might not survive. That technical football, that patient football, they're not ready for that football here at Old Trafford. We might be as global fans, but the match day going fans are not. They don't want it. Here's what it is, guys. All in all, Newcastle deserved the win. Newcastle deserved the win. It should have been more. It should have been 4. Martinez, the 2 goals that were conceded were absolutely shocking for Martinez, and I'm so surprised that he retains his spot. The game before, we conceded 3 goals, mostly because of him. The game before that, we conceded goals, mostly because of him. He's been the reason for us conceding, and not just, he's been as an individual. His individual mistakes are not being punished. We thought we are going to have a manager that if you play badly, you don't play. But Martinez is playing badly game after game after game, and the manager keeps picking him. He's not getting booed off the park, despite the fact he is actually costing us goals. That's insane, and that is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking. Maybe he's got goodwill. Maybe Zirkzee doesn't have the goodwill yet. But at the same time, he's only been here a short period of time, and he's already scored goals and got assists. So, I don't know. It is what it is. The manager needs to find his team very quickly. That's all I'm saying. Or this might end. I think Ineos won't make any drastic changes. I think they know the work that's ahead of them. Thing is, I don't know Ineos. So what I can say is I hope they know the work that is needed. But the manager needs to come up with some good ideas very soon, or this is going to end with us finishing in the bottom half of the league, of the table. It is what it is, guys. Let me read some comments before I leave. Big up yourself, Cheekna. Let me pronounce it properly. Let me not try to butcher your name. Cheekna Utara. Sorry if I mispronounce your name, bro. Amorim sucks. Amorim can only do the 3-4-3 system. He lacks flexibility. Yeah, that's what a lot of people are saying. Is this manager, we want a manager to stick to his guns. We all want that. But to what degree do we want that? How much are we willing to put up with a manager who is stuck on his system and stuck on his way of playing? That's the question. Amorim keeps on making the system over and over. Like, what's his problem? It's obvious that Dalot and Mazraoui don't bring anything offensively. Yep, I agree 100%. They should have left Ruud finish the season and see what happens. Amorim's system takes time to gel, and they could have next summer pre-season to implement his system effectively. Listen, you're speaking truth, man. Like, that's definitely something that they could have considered. I feel like now that we're in this situation and we're seeing that we're in a bad place and the storm is definitely here, we're now going back and saying, oh, what could we have done? We could have done this and we could have done that and they could have left, which is normal. We're all going to do that, and I'm going to do that too. You know what I'm saying? And that's definitely something they could have done. Let Ruud finish the season. But that's also a risk. Because what if Ruud isn't good? Because Ruud is not their guy. So what if Ruud isn't good enough? And what if we let Ruud finish the season and we don't get Amorim in? All of these risks. So it was hard, man. It was hard. It's a hard decision to make. Kind FC. Let me read your comment quickly. You are right. Ahmad was dropping in and covering for the DMs, but working with an old man pivot, then drop the line a bit until you feel the match is secure. Berbatov, not insane as... Yeah, kind FC. Zirkzee's got like Berbatov style. To be honest, the Man United fans, didn't really fully take to Berbatov as well, you know. So let me just... That's a good point to make. They like Berbatov, but they didn't really fully take to him fully because his style was so languid. I always say this, like, before you call someone lazy, I'm not saying people are calling Zirkzee lazy, but before you call someone lazy, just look at the distance they ran. That's the only like objective measure of someone being lazy, the distance they run. Anyway, guys, that's my match reaction done. As usual, smash the like, turn on the notifications, subscribe below, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a happy new year. And yeah, we'll see you guys hopefully next match. And I can't see United winning or picking up any points. You know, this is crazy. Anyway, peace out. I'll stay online for about 10 more minutes. If you guys got any more comments, I'll read them out. If you guys want to say anything else, let me know your thoughts of the game. Let me know what you guys think of the Zirkzee situation. Zirkzee didn't play well today. But I don't know if I would have taken him off after 30 minutes like that. I don't know if I would have done that. Like, take him off at halftime. You know? Like, because that substitution didn't even, like, make that much difference. It really didn't. Not at the time. So I was like, why did he... I don't know. I thought that was weird. Let me know what you guys thought of the manager. What you're thinking of the manager. What you're thinking of the players. Where are we going to pick up our next win? What's going on? I mean, there's a million things going on. How much faith do people really have with Ineos? Because Ineos... I know a lot of people have put their faith in Ineos because, you know, like me, I put a little bit of faith in Ineos because I've seen them do some things that I like. So I'm like, okay, this is good. However, they've now done a few things that I don't like. So they've proven now to me that they can also make big mistakes. So because of that, I'm now thinking, how much faith should I really have in these guys? Because we look online, a lot of the YouTubers, they have a lot of faith in Ineos. And I'm like, hold on a second. Are Ineos the same guys who own Nice? And they're not doing that. I mean, where's all this faith in Ineos come from? Because they sacked Ten Hag. I don't know. It's now making me feel like, listen, Ineos now, the only way out of the situation that can end in any positive way is if Ineos back this manager in the January transfer window. Like, when is it open? Is it January? It's literally January the 1st? I don't know. But they have to back this manager now. They have to. Like, this manager has to get his own. That's it. Otherwise, all of this pain, like I said, will be for nothing. So, it is what it is. That's jokes. Well, there you go. What's the result of the poll? The poll's like, how many goals? Most. All right. Well, do you know what? It looks like we didn't do as badly as a lot of people thought we were gonna do in terms of the score. But like for the first time, yeah, in a long time, I can go into the Man United match feeling like, yeah, we're gonna lose. Like, it's not even like I can just go into the match being like, oh, who are we facing? Oh, a relegation team? Oh yeah, we're gonna lose. Yeah. Like, I feel like the good thing about this situation is that we now know that the team needs an overhaul, and we now know that Ineos need to pull their fingers out. Like, the only good thing about this situation, like I said, is that we now know what we know. We now know what we're good at, what we're not good at, that we need loads of players, etc., etc. It's like open heart surgery. We've opened up and we can see. Huh? Yeah. Exactly what Ralph said. So we now know. So, who's up for it? That's the question. Who's up for this challenge? Are we going to do Keir Starmer stick and plaster politics? Are we going to do the stick and plaster thing? Or are we going to do the surgery? The pain. How much pain are we gonna put up with? Are we gonna put up with, are we gonna be induced, on morphine and all them things there for the surgery? Or are we gonna say, forget the drugs. I'm gonna be awake when you do the surgery. I wanna be awake. How much pain are we gonna put ourselves through, yeah, when Man United do this surgery right now? Because some people are like, nah, I ain't prepared for no pain at all. I don't want no surgery. Some people are like, I want the surgery, but I don't want the pain. That is it. You can't hear what my Dave said, but Miss Dave said, she said, this is Man United fans, right? 1 minute Man United fans are, why can't Ten Hag play his system? Ten Hag out. Now it's, why is Ruben Amorim playing his system? Ruben Amorim out. That is football fans. That is football fans. One man needs to leave because he won't play his system and he's adapting to the players. And one manager needs to leave because he is playing his own system and not adapting to the players. So we've now seen both extremes. We've now seen, and this is almost like some sort of psychological assessment. We're now seeing two managers do two different things and get the same treatment. And this is what I'm saying about bias within human beings, bruv. We don't even know when we're being biased. We don't even understand. We don't even know it because we just react on emotions and feelings, not on logic. We had Ten Hag, yeah, saying, I can't implement my system. And we're like, if you can't implement your system with your players, get the hell out of there. And now we've got this manager coming, trying to implement his system with Ten Hag players. And we're like, get the hell out of there. We're like, what the hell? Like, we can't win. We do this all the time. We snooker ourselves as Man United fans. We snooker ourselves when it comes to players. We ask players to do the impossible. We ask players to score world-class goals every game. And if he doesn't score that world-class goal every game, he's not good. So we snooker ourselves to judge players indifferently. We snooker ourselves all the time as fans. Like, it goes back to my saying, man. It goes back to my saying. And my saying is this. How much pain, Man United fans, are you willing to endure? Are you going to be in morphine for the surgery or are you not? That's the only question you got to ask yourself. And is the surgery worth it? Do you trust the surgeon? So the first question is, technically speaking, the first question should be, do you trust the surgeon? Do you trust the surgeon? Do you trust Ineos and this manager and this system? And if you've got faith in this manager and you've got faith in the system, then the question is, how much pain are you willing to go through to get to the end result? That's it. Because this season will test your resolve. I'm telling you. Like, yeah, that's how it is anyway. But yeah, before I go, let me see what's happening. Let me read some of the comments. Celtistic, Ineos are not the ones. They don't even manage Nice well. What manager would want to come here right now? Well, Amorim was. They say that Amorim is apparently one of the best young managers in the world, and he left his championship winning Sporting club, where he probably was going to win a championship again, to come manage at Man United. So I guess Amorim is dumb enough to come here. that's that's funny. Man United and Chelsea. Man United and Chelsea are feeling it today. Listen, all I'm saying here, Arsenal, just don't lose your next game. Especially now that Saka's not, Starboy Saka's injured. Don't be losing your next game. But yeah. Hmm? Oh, they're gonna interview Ruben Amorim. Amorim. They're gonna. What are they gonna? What's Ruben gonna say? What's he gonna say? Yeah, yeah. Ruben is very emotional guy. He wears his heart. Listen, I said it's a good thing, but I'm like also it's a bad thing because you don't want your players to be too emotional when it comes to football. You want your players to be all about business. You want your players to be like, well, every now and again, Ruben, stop the crying, man. Ruben, shut up with all this emotional shit. I'm here to just play. Like, because if you rely on just emotions to play well, then you're relying on your feelings every day to turn up. Like, it's good that he's an emotional manager because Fergie was a bit like that, and most good managers are. I guess emotion might not be even the right word. Let's say passionate. Maybe passionate is better than emotional. But I don't want like soft. Basically, I don't want soft footballers like Arsenal players. I don't want Arteta ballers, man. That can't play football like if he's not standing beside like on the touchline. You know that them footballers that can't play well if the man just not standing right beside them holding their hand. That's you. That's you lot. That's Arsenal. Anyway, what's going on? Amorim be scratching his own skin off. Arteta said, "Beat the ball, beat the ball. That you have to beat the ball." No, but the thing is about Arteta, it's funny, but he's right. You know when he's like, you kind of have to be at one. Like you got like to play within a team, yeah, and a cohesive team. You've got to be like everyone has to be on the same wavelength. When you move to the left, when you move to the right, have to shift the ball and all these things. It takes a while for that cohesion to just click. It's almost like it click when once it clicks, it just clicks. Mm. What? I want to see some stats. Read out some stats. Go to the league table or something. Let's read out some stats or some stats on the game. Mm, mm, mm. Mm. All right, so yeah, cool. I can wait. Newcastle had 12 shots to Man United's 10. That's interesting, isn't it? Even though we're at home. Wow. Yeah, sorry. I'm just seeing on screen. Amorim's about to get ready. Shots on target. Newcastle obviously 4. We only had 1. We had more possession, slightly more passes. 53% possession for United. Same amount of passing accuracy. 13 fouls to 8 fouls to Newcastle. Let's see what Ruben says before I end the stream. Let's see what Ruben says in his interview. Newcastle's a better team. That's what he said. He's saying his players can't cope in certain situations. That's what he just said. Oh, hmm? He said, Josh, we want more power. Sometimes you want more power. So you took Zirkzee off, and who did he put on? Um, I think okay. I'm listening to this guy. Yeah, what's happened is that we needed another midfielder. I did say that in my assessment that he was playing that position more as a second striker rather than an attacking midfielder. And I feel like he wanted another midfielder to keep the ball more, and he had to sacrifice one. And now the three to sacrifice, it was Jackson was the one. But mm, there you go. That's quite interesting. I know I've been quiet, but I must listen to this guy's interview. What he's saying about Joshua Zirkzee. And this and the way this guy's asking questions. Go for what? Mm. Yeah. Yeah, this team needs an overhaul. This team needs work. Serious work. My manager's tired, boy. I told you, man, his hairline's gonna go back in about another month. His neck's gonna be red. He ain't gonna have no hair. We've been hammering for changing. These British people, you got to change, right? You got to fit in. No, he's not changing, bro. Anyway, this is what it is. We saw his interview now, guys. We've heard what he says. He hasn't. Thinking back now, after I've heard what I've heard, I don't know if I've learned anything from that interview. If that makes sense. What did you take from that interview? What did you take from it? Yeah, he's staying true to who he is, not changing the system. They want to change him. He's like, I'm not changing. He's like, with or without me, you guys need to continue the course. With the Zirkzee thing, it was very vague. He's like, we need power up there. But then he also spoke about the fact that we were getting overrun in midfield, which means that's your system, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like you're playing with three at the back and you're playing with five, which means you've chosen not to play with three midfielders. If you played with four at the back and played with three midfielders, 4-3-3, you would have one more midfielder, and you don't need those five defenders. Like having five defenders didn't do anything because do you know what I'm saying? So it's like the problem is actually one of the defense. I think the problem is more if you're playing with three at the back, yeah, you gotta have one central defender, yeah, that's properly intelligent. You gotta have that central defender. I feel like that will drop deep when he needs to drop deep, but will drop into midfield when he needs to drop into midfield and help the midfielders so the other two midfielders can push up. I feel like the three centre back pairing can't just be in a straight line all the time like that. Well, it would pass to each other. I feel like one of them needs to be a bit more dynamic in order to push the system forward. Yeah, like the players look worse. All the players look much worse under this system, which means the system is not getting the most out of the majority of the players, and that is a concern. And the longer this goes on, we know as human beings, the confidence is the mentality of a footballer is probably the most important. Like you can have all the technical ability in the world, but if you don't have the brain to go with it, it's just what's the point? And the confidence will start being oozed out of these players. Will start being drained from these players. The more we lose, the more this continues. It's going to be very difficult, very difficult. But yeah, the manager's not is not changing. The Zirkzee thing, I still feel like it's weak from the manager. And yeah, time will tell, man. Time will tell. Anyway, I'm not going to listen to any more Gary Neville. You, man, take care. Big up yourselves. Thanks for tuning in. And yeah, we will see each other again in the next game, which I feel like it's when's the next game? Man United. Oh, and guess who we have? Liverpool. 5-0 Liverpool. It's gonna be interesting. Anyway, guys, big up yourself. Peace out. See you guys.